Some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief climbing through the roof, baby.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about having that penalty out.
The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in line.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. Third and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Texas A&M going up tempo. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's Armstrong. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Now you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Leaves it with the back. He He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They get to him as he throws. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Aggies want to move quickly. To the air, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Snagged out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Let's go. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They just keep firing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Bring in the heat. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes 1. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Running free. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Indiana.
Quickly to the tight end.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Armstrong. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to pass. It's Russell. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments.
And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Get it out on the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the catch. And he's still running after the move. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires complete on the crosser. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He makes the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's got his man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Got his man on the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Buys a little extra time. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose. The defense got to it. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. A strike downfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Mizz has it back in the offense coming out on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to
picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
There he goes. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Russell. Got the back over the middle. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
running free. He's at the 40. The 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback, and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for his man. Oh, he dropped it just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pressure coming. Gets it to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's complete to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to run it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll sneak it. Sneaks it in. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Mizz has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Right on the money. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Texas A&M going quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
They'll send the back in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to buy time. Trying to find his man in the middle. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Back to pass, it's Russell. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. They're going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Looking for the 2-point try. The snap sets up to throw. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got his man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Aggie! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Texas A&M going up tempo. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Russell. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Just keep slinging it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
On target. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your... He'll loft one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
Here we go, set.
He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on second down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. It's on target and complete. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.